Hello, it's Mr. Chris. Today we're going to read a story called The Eagle and the Fox. I'm going to read it. You're going to follow along. I also have the story on the next slide in the PowerPoint. I'd like for you to follow it along when I read. After I finish the story, I'm going to ask some questions. We have 4 questions we're going to answer and we're going to write them down. So for the first 3, you're going to copy my answers. And I want you to make sure you are writing on the line, having some appropriate word spacing, you're not rushing through your work. And then on the 4th question, it's a question you're going to come up with your own answer. I'm going to come up with my answer, but you have to come up with yours. You can't steal my answer. And that's it. So here it goes. The Eagle and the Fox. One morning, the fox said to his children, "I will find some eggs for breakfast." Then he went to the woods. The fox saw an eagle's nest in the top branch of a tree. "How can I reach those eggs?" he thought. "Ha ha 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 ha! Now I have a plan." He put some grass stalks into his ears and knocked on the tree with them. "Throw an egg to me," cried the fox to the eagle in the nest. "If you do not throw an egg to me, I will knock this great tree over with these grass stalks." The eagle was terribly frightened, and she threw an egg down to the fox. "Throw another egg down to me at once," demanded the fox when he saw that he had frightened the eagle. "One egg is enough," said the eagle. "I shall not throw down any more eggs." "Throw another egg to me, or I shall knock the tree over with these grass stalks and take all of your eggs," said the fox. The eagle was still more frightened, and she threw down another egg. Then the fox laughed and said, "How could I knock down a great tree with these small grass stalks?" The eagle became very angry. She flew down from her nest and grasped the fox with her talons. Then she lifted the fox up and flew with him far out to sea. She dropped him upon a lonely island. The fox was left on the lonely island. One day he asked himself, Am I going to go hungry on this island?" Then the fox seemed to sing softly. Seals, walruses, porpoises, whales swam near the island. "What are you singing about?" asked the sea animals. "This is what I'm singing about," said the fox. "Are there more large animals in the waters of the sea or on dry land?" "Certainly there are more animals in the waters of the sea than on dry land," replied the sea animals. "Well, then prove it to me," said the fox. "Come up to the surface of the water and form a raft that will reach from this island to the mainland. Then I can walk over all of you, and I should be able to count you." So the large sea animals, the seals, walruses, porpoises, and the whales came up to the surface of the water. The sea animals formed a great raft that reached from the island across to the mainland. This is what the fox wanted. He ran over the great raft, pretending to count the animals. When at last the fox reached the mainland, he jumped ashore and hastened home. And that's the story of the eagle and the fox. So now we're going to answer some questions. I'm going to switch to my paper. If you need a pause right now to go get a pencil and paper, this is the time to do it. And let's meet back here. Okay, do you have your pencil and paper? I'm going to read the questions out loud, but again, the reading passage and the questions are in the PowerPoint or the Google Slides that is after the video. So I'm going to read it. You can also reference the Google Slides on the last slide. So the first question is, why did the eagle throw down eggs to the fox? I'll give you a second to think about it. All right, do you have your answer? If you need to pause the video to come up with one, let's go right ahead. It's okay to do that. So the answer is the fox fooled the eagle into thinking he would bring the tree down with stalks of grass. So I'm going to write that sentence. I'm going to write it and then you'll write it. Or you can write it as I'm writing it. So the Okay, some word space. Fox fooled another word space. The eagle into, let's make a letter N. Sometimes it likes to delete. And the fox fooled the eagle into thinking he would bring the tree down. Okay, let's see what I have so far. The fox fooled the eagle into thinking he would bring the tree down with stalks of grass. So with stalks of grass. That is one nice long sentence that we have to write. The fox fooled the eagle into thinking he would bring the tree down with stalks of grass. If you need to pause the video so you can write that, or to finish up, this is the time to do that. Let's take a look. Now I am writing on a tablet, so my handwriting is a little shaky from on here, so yours better be better than mine. But I wrote on the line. I have nice word spacing. You can make out each of my letters. You can see each of my words. You can read my words. It makes sense of what I wrote down. And that's important when we write. If it just looks like, I'm going to show a bad example. Like if it just looks something like this, that says the fox. I mean, that's an extreme case, but we can't make that out. Just because we get it done fast, that doesn't mean it's right. Okay. So I'm going to go on to the second one. If you need a pause, go ahead and do so. Second question, how does the fox get off the island? I'll give you a second to think about it. Okay, if you haven't come up with an answer yet, that's okay. Why don't you pause the video and come up with your answer, and once you have, play the video. So the answer is the fox fooled the sea animals into making a great big raft. So he tricked them into making a big raft. So our sentence is going to be the fox fooled the sea animals into making a great big raft. So again, you're going to take your pencil, hold your paper, and you're going to write. You're going to copy what I'm writing. You can wait till I've written the whole sentence, or you can write as I'm doing it. So our first one is the fox. The fox. Oh, there we go. Fooled. That's not a good D. There we go. The fox fooled the sea animals. The sea. And I'm going to fit animals right in here. Animals. Okay. Into making a great big raft. The fox fooled the sea animals into making a great big raft. If you need to write that, pause the video. If you need to finish up, pause the video, because I'm going to move on to question number 3. Question 3. Which word best describes the fox? Give you a second to think about it. Okay, if you haven't thought of your answer, why don't you pause the video and come up with an answer? The answer is the word that best describes the fox is sly. S-L-Y, sly. So I write the word that best described the fox is sly. So pause the video if you need to finish or need to write it. I'm going to move on to question number 4. I'm also going to clear my page, so you may want to pause it so you can copy this down if you haven't. Question 4, our last question. Now, you have copied the first 3 answers that I have put down. This one, you're not going to copy my answer. This is my answer. You're going to come up with your own answer, and I want a complete sentence for your answer. So the last question is, what do you think will happen next if the story kept going? So my answer is the sea animals felt fooled and were angry with the fox. The sea animals felt fooled and were, let me read. I have the sea animals felt fooled and were angry with the fox. Okay, so that is my sentence. You can either make something else or you can continue with what I have. So I have the sea animals felt fooled and were angry with the fox. You can come up with the sentence that continues that story from there. Make sure when you're writing, and I hope that all your other sentences, we have nice word spacing. We are writing on the line. Each letter can be seen. So this is the letter T. This is the letter E. And yours should look nicer than Mr. Chris's because you're actually should be using a pencil and paper and not a tablet and a stylus, which makes things a little wonky. So no excuses. And also, last but not least, slow down, no rushing. If you get done quickly, but it doesn't look very good, then I would consider it a wrong answer. So slow down, make sure it looks nice so you can show the world you know the answer. Until next time, bye.